Connected? All right, folks. Steven here again with you. Sorry for a little bit of a late start here. We're down at the Trio Rink in St. Paul. Pretty cool venue for the boys to play at. This is where the Wild practice, and I think Hamlin University plays. So, again, pretty cool venue. Score 0-0. Looks like we're maybe playing 15-minute periods. I think they've got the ice for an hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes tonight. Hour and 15 minutes. They're all glass down behind Connor's net. Sloped ceiling. Well-lit rink. Get you caught up on the action here. Johnson's line's out there now. Eagan brings it in. Centering pass stolen by Klein. Klein has it. Moves it forward to Johnson. Johnson has it. Enters the Eagan end. Johnson takes it in. Fires one into the pad. Rebound saved. Klein back out towards Harlow. Good to see him back on the ice. He keeps it in. In Klein skates. Comes out. Egan's going to send it down. We'll get an icing. 11:50 to go, first period. Hopefully you had a good Tuesday so far. Cold day here in the Twin Cities. Single digits, maybe got into the low teens. This will be Lano's line. He's back on the forward center spot. He's been playing on the blue line a little bit. He's out there with Hermatka and Hines, I think. He's chasing back in that defensive spot again. He goes around Connor's net. Turns. Hermatka now helps. Sends it out in the high slot. We're gonna get a penalty on Eagan. Delayed call. Connor goes to the bench. Rudd brings it forward. Top of the circles. Rudd loses the handle. Sends it over to Lano. I'm sorry, Hermatka. Hermatka. 6-on-5 here. Eagan touches up. They'll have someone sit for a minute and a half. We're going to get maybe a tripping call here. We'll see. Hook. Number 3, Eckel, for Eagan will sit for a minute and a half. Face off to the left of the Eagan goaltender. Connor Schupel's in net for the good guys. Comes over towards Ziegler. Ziegler has it on the forehand. Fires one mid-ice. Intercepted. Eagan, 2-on-2, shorthanded. Eagan, backhand, now turns forehand, top of the circles. Eagan, cross ice. Left defenseman fires one in. Ricochets out front. Tries to jam it in the short side. Ends up behind the CCN. Eagan with an effective penalty kill here so far. That's Boguski. Drives it forward in. Ziegler skates. Ziegler turns on the Jets. He goes ass mid-ice now into the Eagan end. Tried to haul him down. This will be Henniger chasing. Ziegler now helping. Henniger backhands it against the boards. Eagan steals. Comes out towards Boguski out of the zone. Everyone clears. Boguski comes it in, top of the circles. Rips one. Glove side. Chip forward to Henniger. Henniger bangs it off the boards. Henniger tries to do Michigan. Flips it out front. Loose puck. Ziegler has it. Fires one in. Gets the rebound and jams it home. Henniger tried a little Michigan action. Kind of half worked. He flipped it out front. Loose puck and Ziegler bangs it home. Blocker side. I think Klein maybe. That's a change for him with Harlow back in the lineup. Hines spins. Knocks it forward. Comes back to Rudd. Rudd's challenged near the red line. He has it knocked away. That's Hines in there. Hines and Johnson now Rudd. Wrestling match near the blue line. Offsides on Eagan. 9:34 to go. First period. Scoreboard says 0 period, but it's the first. Johnson, just outside the CCN, wins the draw to Rudd. Rudd has it. Turns, spins in his own end, loses the handle. Harlow will chase. Turns behind his own end. Chips it around the boards. Rudd has it knocked away. Eagan controls. Out to the right point. Eagan fires one in. Ricochets. Out in front of Connor, and the loose puck sitting right on top of the crease, and Eagan bangs it home. 1-1. Hard shot from the point. It either bounced off of somebody or Connor, and then loose puck was banged home. This is Lano out there. Hermatka with Kobach. They drive it forward. Kobach has it. Tries to cut inside. Does. Backhand in. Kick save from the Eagan goaltender. Hermatka's now after it. Challenged at the blue line by Lano. Wibstad has it. Wibstad looking for somewhere to go. Tries to bang it up the boards. It's intercepted. Comes back to Lano. Ricochets over towards Hermatka. Hermatka has it through the neutral zone. That's Hermatka. Bangs it down into the Eagan end. Kobach now. Behind the Eagan net. Sent up the boards towards Wibby. Wibby has it. Slap shot in. Ricochets. And it's a goal. Wibby gets a long one. Eagan goaltender misjudged that. Popped over his stick. It's 2-1 good guys. Good shot out there. Puck was up on end. It kind of fluttered in. Those can be tough for a goalie to see and handle. Net. So this will be the Henniger line here. We got 8:30 to go, first period. Henniger will take the face-off. Looks like we might only have one referee tonight. He's going to have his hands full. So he'll be trying to call the game. Just notice that. That's Henniger at the dot. Comes back towards Ziegler. Ziegler sends it to Boguski. Boguski up towards Henniger. Henniger gets some help from Ziegler. Sent forward. Back around now towards Pearson's side. He takes a tumble into the boards. Shoved ahead by Eagan. Boguski will gather in his own end. Boguski on the backhand. Sends it forward, intercepted. Henniger will gather now. Henniger backhand over towards Ziegler, just out of his reach. Pearson tries to poke at it. And now Henniger has it, mid-ice. Into the Eagan end. Henniger and Ziegler. Now Pearson will challenge. Tries to find Ziegler out front. Backhands it towards Henniger. They drive it towards the net. Henniger has it behind the Eagan goaltender. Ziegler looking for somebody. Has it stolen. Chipped ahead. Now Rudd has it. Rudd up towards Ziegler. Sent into the Eagan end. Henniger has it now. Circles, hash marks. Sent out to Rudd. Rudd moves it forward. Ziegler moves around the wide side. Ziegler down to Henniger. Henniger tries another Michigan. Sent ahead. Harlow can't keep it in. Banged up against the boards. Long shift for the Henniger line. Harlow has it. Sent over towards Rudd. Rudd up to Ziegler. Rudd challenges. That's Johnson grabbing it. On the backhand, cuts back outside. Johnson moves it forward. Has Klein with him. Poked away by Eagan. Rudd sends it in down deep. Johnson, Klein, and Hines out there. 6:35 to go. First period. Klein's back there digging. Eagan comes out with it. They're playing Eagan, right? Hines with it. Hines out to Johnson. Slot. Fires it. Block, glove side high. Top shelf. 3-1 CC. Great shot from Johnson. Good pass out. I think that was. One referee doing all the duties here. 3-1 CC. Johnson. This is Wibstad. Up the boards towards Klein. Tries to move it forward. Poked away by Eagan. Regathered. Brought into the CCN. Good defensive play by Wibby. Kicked ahead. Klein has it. Klein drives it forward. Klein into the Eagan end. Goes wide. Klein, forehand behind the net. Now turns backhand, stolen. Out to Wibby. Maybe get a repeat. Fired in, tipped, off the side of the net. Hines with it. Hines tries to move it to Klein, does. Klein moves it into the front, but it's intercepted. Boguski keeps the zone. Boguski again with it. Has it. Rips one wide right towards Hines' side. Wibstad will help. Dumps it in down deep. 5:30 to go, first period. Eagan up the boards. Routine breakout, cross ice. Eagan brings it into the CC end. It's knocked away by Wibstad. The solo ref is going to call a hole. And Johnson will sit for 1:30. Holding on Johnson, 5:12 to go, first period. Rudd, Lano, Harlow, and Hermatka, I think. Eagan wins the draw. Ooh, Lano took one off the side of the leg. Sometimes there's no padding there. That can be a problem. Poked at by Hermatka. Lano struggling to get up. That's a stinger. That is a stinger. So we'll get a whistle here for him to get off the ice. Hopefully that's just a little bruise. Those hurt though. Hockey pucks are hard. Hopefully he can get a breather, get back out there. Just under 5 minutes to go, first period, 3-1. CC over Eagan. A little bit of a sparse crowd here at Tria Rink. That is Rudd challenging. Minute to go on the Johnson infraction. Harlow chips it forward towards Hermatka. Hermatka moves it up the dasher. Poked at by Eagan. Top of the circles. Spun. Right point. Now over to the left, right boards. Eagan. Banks it off the boards, goes around Rudd. Loose puck out front. Steered safely into the corner. Eagan. Left defenseman. Chopped at. Shot. Blocked. Up to Kobek. They're going to call it ice. I thought Kobek got a stick on that, but tough to see for the solo ref. 4:12 to go. First period, 3-1. 31 seconds left on the Johnson infraction. It'll be Boguski and Wibstad on the blue line with Ziegler and Pearson on the forward line. Eagan, point, ripped high. Wibstad tangles in the corner. Here comes Eagan behind the net. Looking to set up their offensive attack. Pearson steals a clearing pass. He's knocked down, no call. Boguski moves it forward. Boguski has a shot blocked. Ziegler chases. He feels better. A little bit of a mix-up on the lines. Getting everyone straightened out. 3:20 to go here. Klein with it is Hines. Bangs one back down behind the Eagan net. Klein's after it. Klein pokes at it. He gets some help from Johnson. Eagan, breakout. If that gets all the way down, that should be an icing. They call it off. Stolen by Eagan. Centering pass, ripped out front. Off of Connor's shoulder. Hines now chases. Along the dasher. Eagan, back out to the point, tipped by Hines, not enough. Harlow intercepts. Loose puck. Another loose puck. Harlow gets it safely behind the goal line. Sends it up into the referee. Hines pokes at it. Hines and Johnson try to clear. Cannot. Centering pass. Rudd intercepts. Rudd's hassled. Up to Klein. Klein cuts inside. Center ice. Rips one in. Glove saved by Eagan. 3-2. CC over Eagan at the moment. 2:13 to go. First period. Again, the scoreboard says period 0. So take that for what it's worth. This will be Lano with Hermatka and Kobek. Kobek chases. He steals it. He's tripped up. That's going to be a call. Kobek has it. Delayed penalty. That'll be a trip on Eagan. He'll sit for a minute 30. We'll get you his number. Kind of a small guy, 13. Locke will sit for 130 on a trip. Mono will take the draw. Lamatka to his left, Kobek to his right. Heads over towards Kobek's side. He has it poked away. Sent up the boards, but Hermatka steals. Stolen again by Eagan. Sent ahead, just out of Boguski's reach. Centering pass towards Wibstad. Poked into the corner, Lano will gather. He's hassled. Wibstad grabs it. Behind Connor's net. Wibstad looks to turn it up ice and does. Sent ahead towards Kobek. Kobek has it. Brings it into the Eagan end. Pulls up. Now forward. Gipsy-do around Eagan. Another takedown. That could have been a trip that was not called. Sent ahead. Wibstad will get the pass. Wibstad turns in his own end. Wibstad up the board towards Hermatka. Cross ice pass towards Kobek. Kobek drives it in. He's on his offhand. Kobek turns. Now forehand. Sent ahead by Eagan. Up towards mid-ice. Now blue line. Wibstad up to Lano. Lano Hermatka. Hermatka, top of the circles. Fires one into the breezers of the Eagan defender. Now spins in the corner. Nice pass out to Wibby. Wibby over to Boguski. He's got a rocket. Rips one in. Wide right. That's Hermatka. Bangs it off the boards. Battle for it. That's Henniger after it. Popped up into Hermatka's mask. Kobek with it now. Backhand. Drives it forward. Behind the Eagan net. Still on his backhand, now forehand. Takes a tumble, regathers his skates. Battle for it here. He gets some help from Henniger. That's Ziegler now out of the gates. Boguski stops it along the boards. Pops out to mid-ice. That's Kobek, backhand. That'll be the end of the first, or zero period. We'll take a quick break and be back. Send us any concerns, issues. Sorry for the late start. All right, Steven back here with you. We got 14 minutes on the clock. The correct number, period 2. Shots are 8-4 favor CC. Henniger's lines out there. Pearson and Ziegler with him. Harlow over to Rudd. Rudd with it at his own blue line. Finds Henniger at mid-ice. He takes it into the, we're going to call that offside. Looked like it was on the line. Ziegler got in just a little bit of Henniger as he stopped. Get an offsides call. Face off outside of the CC bench. Henniger back to Rudd. Rudd sends it in down deep. Henniger will chase. Eagan turns to their own end. Comes up along the side of the net, and the Eagan goaltender will freeze it. 20 seconds into the second period. We're at the Tria rink in St. Paul. I'm not 100% certain, but I think this is where the Wild practice. Eagan wins the draw, bangs it off the back of the boards, comes to Harlow's side. Harlow sends it forward. Pearson now tries to move it in towards the center. It's intercepted. Has it again on his backhand. Moves it forward. Not sure what that was. Ziegler down to Pearson. Pearson up to Henniger. Little cycle going here for the Pearson-Ziegler-Henniger line. Ziegler dumps it back behind him. It's moved up the boards by Eagan. Eagan, center ice pass. Now right side. Rudd intercepts. Rudd turns towards the corner. Rudd up to Ziegler. Stolen at the blue line, past Harlow. Harlow battles forward here in the corner. Pearson pokes at it. Sent ahead by Harlow, off the skates of Rudd. That's Ziegler, moves it forward to Henniger. Henniger loses the handle at the blue line. Rudd has it. Rudd takes it in, backhand. He's swatted at by Eagan. Sent in. Ooh, cuts across the crease, sends one just wide left. That's Johnson with it. Johnson out to Pearson at the blue line. Sent forward. Johnson cuts inside, stolen. Pearson chases. Sent ahead by Eagan. I don't know why that wasn't icing. Maybe because we got solo reffing. Sent ahead to Klein. That's Johnson. Mid-ice, loose puck. Hines pokes at it. Onsides for Eagan. That's Wibstad. He's hassled in the corner. Stolen by Johnson. Sent up ahead towards Klein. Klein avoids the collision. Turns on the jets. Klein puts on the brakes. Sends it into the slot. Nobody home. Hines is after it. Klein on the back check. Poke towards Hines. That's Wibstad. Wibstad over to Boguski. Boguski with it. Sends it in down deep. They're on sides. Hines will chase. Klein will chase. Battle here in the near corner. Comes up the boards. Wibstad will challenge. Holds it in for the time being. Lano dumps it down deep. Klein will go after it. Sent up the boards by Eagan. Stolen by Hermatka. Hermatka sends one wide right. Hermatka on the near boards got help from Klein. Sent around the far boards. Eagan. Clearing pass. That gets there, going to call icing. Icing. 10:46 to go, second period, 3-2. CC. Shots are 10-4, favor of CC. Face off to the right of Eagan goaltender. Lano. Poked into the far corner. Up the boards. This is Hines after it. Cross ice pass by Eagan. Cross ice pass again. Stolen by Hermatka. He goes wide. Cuts it inside. Poked at by Eagan. Backhand out to Rudd. Rudd rips one in. Glove save Eagan. Lano will take the draw. No change to personnel. Kovac to his right. Hermatka out to Rudd. Rudd tries to walk it in. He's challenged by Eagan. Foot up against the boards. Keeps it in. Kovac helps now. Bangs it off the referee's skates. Ends up behind Eagan's net. Hermatka chases. Pass up the center. Stolen by Kovac. Kovac turns it in. Forehand. Centering pass. Ends up near the dot. That's Hermatka. Now Lano. Lano to Hermatka. Hermatka. Loose puck. Crease shot goal. Hermatka banged home a loose puck just hanging out by the right pipe. 4-2 CC. Good forecheck there for that line. Fortuitous bounce, and I believe it was Hermatka who capitalized on that. This will be the Henniger line, Pearson and Ziegler, Wibstad and Boguski on the blue line. Faceoff comes to Eagan. Eagan drives it forward. They send it into the CCN, controlled by Boguski. Tries to step it aside, has it poked away. Centering pass, intercepted by Boguski. Ziegler has it stolen. Poked out by Boguski. Comes to the neutral zone. Eagan clears, comes out to Henniger. Looking for somebody cross ice. Pearson's lagging. There's a errant pass. Ripped in. Pearson had a breakaway. Ripped it into the glove blocker side of the Eagan goaltender. Everybody's trying the Michigan here. Ziegler with his attempt. Banged out by Eagan. Wibstad will gather. Turns at his own blue line. Cuts back. Sent ahead. Off of Henniger's stick at mid-ice. Sent in by Eagan, blocked by Boguski. Boguski sends it out towards Henniger. Henniger to Ziegler. Ziegler drives it forward. Ziegler looking for some helpers. Ziegler centering pass, nobody home. Loose puck again. This is Henniger. Top of the circles, rips one in, just wide left. Klein would keep it in, bangs it forward. That's Pearson trying to kick it in. That's Henniger again. Long shift for this line here. Errant pass there by Henniger. Cut inside, nice play there by Wibstad. He tries to dance around the Eagan offender. That's Pearson, moves it ahead to Ziegler. Eagan takes a tumble. Ziegler has it, mid-ice. He's going to rip it in. They'll get a change, except for Pearson. He goes into forecheck. Eagan on the breakout. Wide up, wide side, gets behind Harlow. Sent in on Connor, kick save. Harlow has it on his backhand. Cannot find Kobeck. Offsides. 7:29 to go here. About halfway through the contest. 4-2 CC. Little reset here. We got a solo referee. Apparently we didn't have any to start, so they got a little bit of a delayed start. We're at the Wilds practice rink, Tria rink in St. Paul. This is Kobeck. Sends it over to Klein. Klein moves it ahead. That's Hines with it now. He cuts inside, has it poked away. He's down on his knees. Sent ahead, blocked by Eagan. Popped out, kept in. That's Johnson. He pokes it forward. Kobeck. Poked at by Hines. Bodied by Klein and Harlow. Harlow. Loose puck out front. Very loose puck. Sent ahead by Klein. It clears the zone. We'll get a welcome whistle there. Faceoff will come just in front of the Eagan bench. Eagan looks a little short-handed. Looks like they're rolling with maybe 9 skaters. So not quite 2 full lines. Wibstad tries to get it over to Boguski. Boguski sends it around Connor's net, ends up in the near corner. Wibstad goes cross ice, finds Lano. Lano tries to move it forward, does. Finds Hermatka, who's muscled away. Hermatka. Eagan on the breakout. Caught at mid-ice by Boguski. Boguski takes it into the Eagan end. Dump is intercepted. Off Eagan's stick. Boguski moves it up the boards. Cuts inside now. Boguski, he's hassled. Chipped in on the Eagan goaltender. And it's covered. 6:06 to go, second period, 4-2, good guys. It'll be a little shake-up on the lines here. Henniger was Ziegler and Hines. Wibstad and Boguski on the point. Sent ahead by Eagan. Wibstad off the boards around him. Eagan gathers in the CCN. Eagan. Loose puck out front. Steered away by Boguski. That was dangerous there on the near post. Boguski sends it forward. Hines tries to get it out. Does. Mid-ice. Sent ahead. Stolen by Henniger. Off of Ziegler's skates. Eagan takes it into the CCN. Goes wide left. Ripped in. Wide and high. Right. Henniger chases. D for Eagan. Pops out of the zone. Hines is after it. We're going to get a penalty here. We're going to get an interference, I think, on Miles. He'll sit for a minute 30, and Eagan will go on the power play. Boguski with the interference. I didn't see it. Maybe the ref didn't either. He's by himself, so questionable. 5:19 to go, second period. 4-2. Shots are 14-6 in favor of CC. Faceoff comes over to Harlow's side. Ends up on 13 stick for Eagan. D. They walk it in. Ooh, kick saved by Connor. I'm not sure he could see that. Nice save by Connor there. Long shot from the right point. Ends up on his right pad. This will be Johnson taking the faceoff. Bangs it to Harlow. Harlow fans on a couple pass attempts. Eagan challenges behind the net. Harlow pokes at it. Comes out to the point again. Off Eagan's stick. D. High slot. Moves it in. Johnson pokes at it. Sent ahead off the knees. And that is Kobeck after it. Should be no icing. I don't think it was icing. He waved it off, but Kobeck did his best to get there before the goal line. Cross ice pass to Eagan. Harlow's chasing. Eagan puts on the brakes. Now moves it forward again. Johnson. Off Connor's right pad. That's Johnson. Trying to get it out of the zone and does. It's a 2-on-1. Kobeck and Johnson. Kobeck behind Johnson. Poked away. Centering pass to Eagan's player. Sent ahead by Rudd. He has it bounce off his stick. Good play there by Wibstad. Kobeck pushes it back behind the goal line. Sent ahead towards Rudd and Hermatka's side. Battle for it here along the far boards. Hermatka digs it out. We're full strength. 5-on-5. Just over 3:30 to go. Wibstad brings it in. Wibstad pops over his stick. Fans on the shot. Eagan on the breakout. Bodied away by Pearson. Lano, backhand ahead. Eagan pops it out. Knocked at by Pearson. Sent ahead. Pearson to Hermatka. Hermatka takes it into the Eagan end. Drop pass to Pearson. Looks for some help. Finds it. Pearson. Eagan. Far boards. Lano chips it ahead towards Hermatka. Hermatka spins. Lano pokes at it. Comes out of the Eagan end. Wibstad has it at mid-ice. Now his own blue line. Backhands out to the neutral zone. They're still offsides. That's offsides. 2:34 to go. 4-2. CC over Eagan. Tria Ice Rink in St. Paul. Really just a few blocks from the XL Energy Center. I know the Wild are playing Boston tonight, out in Boston. Last I saw was 1-0 Boston. Henniger will take the faceoff. Comes to Pearson. Pearson knocks it back into the CCN. Nobody home. Send in on Connor. Off the side of the net. Face off to the left of Connor. Henniger will take it. Henniger wins the draw. Comes back towards Klein's side. Klein sends it forward over Ziegler's stick. Pops over in towards Harlow now. Pearson helps. Up the boards. Now to Henniger. Henniger and Ziegler. Henniger to Ziegler. Ziegler walks in, rips one. Saved by the Eagan goaltender. Right into the glove. Nice hard shot by Chris. Does not get by the Eagan goaltender. Keeps it 4-2. 2:07 to go, second period. Face-off will come to the right of Eagan netminder. Face-off. That's Johnson. Ends up towards Hines' side. Up the boards. Kept in by Klein. Ripped in. Low shot. Tipped up into the glass. That's Johnson after it. Near boards. Sent ahead by Eagan. Hassled by CC. That is a lengthwise pass, and we'll come in on Connor. No ice. I'll get a whistle here. 1:38 to go, second period. Again, short bench on the Eagan side. We're rolling with about 2.5 lines. They've got 1 and almost 2. Harlow pops it forward into the far corner where Hines will look at it. Klein, he controls, own end, sends it out towards mid-ice. Eagan will chase, Kobeck and Johnson are after it. Up the boards. Eagan on the breakout. Johnson back checking. Controls it, sends it to Klein. Klein looking for somebody, fans on a pass. Comes out towards the red line. Eagan brings it in, top of the circles, poked away by Klein. Alex sends it up the boards, ends up at the right point for Eagan. Ripped in, off of Connor's blocker, up into the glass. Good save. Harlow's chasing. Tries to get tangled up here. Johnson steals it. Johnson shoulders down the Eagan offender. Johnson moves around the Eagan winger. Cross ice pass towards Hines' side. Just out of reach, and we'll get an icing. 35 and some ticks left. 35 seconds left. Second period, 4-2. Shots are 16-9. CC. This will be Lano with Hermatka and Kobeck. Ends up on Wibstad's stick, sends it around to Hermatka's side. He grabs it. Poked at by Eagan, kept in. That's Boguski after it. Eagan walks in, short side. Centering pass is cleared away by Wibstad. Kobeck with it, mid-ice. Offsides. Lano just lost his balance there. Got in a little ahead. Tough duty for the solo referee tonight, doing a great job. 11 seconds to go here. Kobeck in his skates. Banks it off of the Eagan defender. Hassle by Lano. Wibstad with it. That's the end of the second. The score is 4-2. CC over Eagan. We'll take a short break and be back. Eagan, you're back with you, voice of B2 Gold, coming to you live from the Tria Rink in St. Paul, Minnesota. Henniger will be out there on the center dot. He's got Pearson to his right, Ziegler to his left. Eagan controls off the faceoff. Sent ahead, Ziegler will gather. Ziegler, backhand behind Connor. Dumps it behind Connor's net for Webstad. Webstad in his skates. Moves it forward to Henniger. Henniger has it. Looking for help. Tries to find Pearson off his stick. Eagan, that's offsides. 27 ticks into the third period here. We'll get a change for CC. We got a few more personnel than Eagan does. The luxury of changing lines. Face-off will come out in front of the CC bench. Shots are 16-9 CC. Johnson will take it. Hines to his left. And Klein to his right. That's Webstad being hassled. Boguski will chase behind his own net. Eagan gets there first. Banked off the backboard. Webstad with it. Tipped ahead to Klein. Klein has it. Drives it forward through the neutral zone. On his backhand. Past the hash marks. Turns in the corner. Sends it out to the point. That's Webstad with it. He's already got one from there. Sent in on Eagan. Chipped in. Nice job by Hines to get that loose puck. Webstad's been a weapon out there on the blue line. Sent in a nice low, hard shot. The Eagan goaltender kicked it out, and Hines was right there to say, thank you very much. To make it third period, 3-goal lead for CC. There's a little mixing on the lines. Lano's out there with Hermaka and Kobach. That's been pretty standard tonight, but Harlow has it. Harlow sends it forward off of Hermaka's stick. Eagan sends it into the CC end. Harlow has it. Harlow bangs it off the backboards towards Rudd's side. Popped out. Eagan has it. Fired in on Connor. Nice save there. Good positioning for Connor. Stops it and covers it. 12:46 to go, third period. We're approaching the 9 o'clock hour here in St. Paul. Tria Rink. Eagan wins the draw. 14 has it. Ooh. Fans on a shot attempt. Then fires one in. Tipped by 3. Just goes wide left. Harlow chases in the far corner. Hermaka tries to help. Pass towards Ziegler's side. Off the boards. Ziegler battles. Poked at. Henniger now chases. Henniger swats at it. Passes intercepted and sent the length of the ice by Boguski. We'll get an icing. 10-11 to go. Third period. Johnson on the dot. Johnson. Draw comes to the Eagan defense. They go D to D a couple times. Shot attempt is ricochets into the corner. Eagan controls, near corner, centering pass. Loose puck and lots of skates. Massive humanity. Klein. Cuts back, sends it to Johnson. Puck trips him up. Hines now. That's Klein with it. Eagan throws him the shoulder. Eagan, far corner. Hines is after it. Turns, spins. Up to Johnson, stolen. Harlow can't keep it in. Harlow chases Eagan. Harlow sent ahead to Hines. Hines to Johnson. 2-on-1. Klein and Johnson. Johnson to Klein. Klein rips one. Glove side. Nice shot from Alex there. Makes it count. Lano helping out the solo ref tonight. That's nice of him. Lano on the dot. Comes back to Eagan. Kobach chases. Centering pass intercepted by Hermaka. He backhands it. Regathers. He's tripped up at the red line. Eagan dumps it in down deep. Just under 9 minutes to go here. Sent ahead. Boguski. Battle for it here in the corner. Sent around towards Webstad. He's got a little space. Webstad sends it forward to Kobach. Kobach with it. 1-on-1 off the boards. Cuts inside. Onsides over to Hermaka. Hermaka sends it forward. Pops up. Back towards Lano. Bouncing puck. Ends up on Kobach's stick. Kobach's pushed. Sent ahead by Eagan out into the CCN. Boguski with it. Boguski. They're off sides. They clear. Boguski sends it forward. Hermatka helps. Eagan moves it in. Lano helps. Whipstead now behind Connor's net. Spins. Buys some space. Up off the boards towards Hermatka. He loses it behind him. Sent ahead. Connor pokes at it. Pops out on the right side of the net. Kobeck will now gather it. Kobeck. Egan's looking a little gassed. Sent over to Hermatka. Hermatka has it stolen at the blue line. Some fresh legs out there with Kobeck. No. Hermatka looks for Henniger. Henniger has it. Rips one in. Wide blocker side. Long shift here. That's Harlow. Harlow looking for somewhere to go. Sends it ahead of Kobeck. That's Ziegler. Ziegler hassles the Eagan player. Pushed to the side by Rudd. Off the side of the net. This is Rudd with it. He has a clearing pass blocked. Oh, and Henniger is going to go to the box for a check. That was pretty obvious. Threw a shoulder into him. Next year he can do that. Noel, take a seat. 7:12 to go. 6-3 CC. Henniger will sit for a minute and 30. Eagan on the power play. That's Ziegler. Bouncing puck off of his shot off of three players. Sent ahead. Rudd with it. Rudd tries to go cross ice. Has it blocked. Ziegler has it. Sends it in smartly down deep. Ziegler will chase. Pearson hangs a little high. Now he's after it. Sent back down deep. Ziegler now. Ziegler kicks it forward. Ziegler backhand. Loose puck. Covered up. Pearson was looking for the loose change. Covered up nicely by the Eagan goaltender. Whipstead. He's been money from back there. Tipped in. Klein, nice. I almost tried a redo of that third or fourth goal. Wibby send one in. Klein right there. Kind of bounced around. Ended up in the Eagan goaltender's chest. Just under 6.5 to go here. Johnson. Face off. Out to Wibby. Wibby bangs it forward. Johnson has a little space. Johnson takes a tumble. Tries to play it from his back. Poked at by Wibby. Sent ahead. Johnson. Backward skating now. Here we go. Johnson. Tries to cut inside. Has it knocked away. Boguski's going to help now. Eagan lost their stick. 13 will kick it forward. Sticks back by his blue line. Eagan keeps it in for the short term. That is Johnson. He's muscled aside. Pokes at it. Klein now helps. Klein. He has it knocked away. Battle for it up towards Johnson. Johnson off of Eagan's skates. 13 with it. Spins at the top of the circles. Yeah, there was a nice little play there by Eagan. Sorry, I didn't get a good call on it, but good spin move there. That's offsides. Good spin move by Eagan. Walked it in. Connor made a nice save there. Shots are 22-12. It's 5:15 to go, third period. Just after the 9 o'clock hour here in St. Paul. Thanks for joining us on your Tuesday night. 5-on-5 action here. Lano with Hermatka and Kobeck. Rudd has it poked past him, but Lano helps. Hermatka chases mid-ice. Hermatka battles for it. He moves it forward. Hermatka banks it off the boards. Eagan gathers it. Eagan goes by Harlow. Hermatka, oh, that's nice. They didn't call that. Kobeck. Rudd with it now. Sent ahead. That's Hermatka again. He's all over the place. Hermatka gets some help from Lano. He loses his balance, and Rudd has it now. Rudd moves it forward into the Eagan end. Rudd out muscles Eagan. Hamaka bangs it forward, walks out towards the dot. Now to Lano. Lano has it knocked aside. Eagan. Eagan walks it in, top of the circle, sent in on Connor. Good kick save there. Lano with it behind Connor's net. Up the boards towards Hermatka. It's going to clear the zone. Kobeck's after it. We'll get a partial line change for CC. Eagan cuts back on their inside their own end. This is Ziegler after it. Comes off of his skates. Ziegler. Ziegler in. Near boards. Cuts inside. Looking for some help. He's got Pearson in the slot. And we're going to get a trip. Henniger's going to sit again. I didn't see that one. Again, we got a solo ref. We got to cut him some slack. 3:49 to go, third period. Eagan will go on the power play. They're down 3. We'll see if they pull their goalie to go 6-on-4. I don't know. Something to think about. Ziegler's out there, Wibstad, and Pearson. Pearson will chase into the far boards. Pearson pokes at it. Set ahead by Boguski. Nicely cleared. They are on sides. That's Wibstad into the near corner behind Connor's net now. Up off the boards, cannot clear. This is Boguski now, far corner. Sends one the length of the ice. That'll probably be an icing. Imagine we'll get at least a partial line change. No? Yeah. It'll be Klein and Hines out there to penalty kill. Just under a minute on Noah's penalty. 3:12 to go. Klein wins the draw. Ends up into the far corner. Knocks it back behind Connor's net. Eagan will gather. Eagan walks it out front. Poked at. That's Hines and Wibby. Wibby sends it out. This is Eagan. Bring it in into the CC end. About 30 seconds left on the penalty for CC. That's Hines with it. Hines sends it down. Put on the brakes. No ice. 2:30 to go. That's Klein trying to wrap around. Finds Hines out front off his stick. Good forecheck there. Hines keeps it in. Intercepts and keeps it in. He's on his backhand. Full strength, both teams full strength. 5-on-5 action here for the last 2 minutes. Hines chases. Comes to Johnson. Johnson tries to dance around the Eagan defender. It's stolen. Up the boards, Harlow now. Johnson gets the loose puck. Johnson with it. Johnson moves it forward. This is up towards Klein. Just through his legs. 6-3 is the score. Minute 45 to go. Loose puck. Klein has it. Klein over to Rudd. Rudd. Cross ice. They're on a change. That's Hermatka out of the box. Eagan sends it to neutral ice. Off of Kobeck's stick. He's hauled down. Johnson's going to take a seat. We're going to get a holding on Johnson, and he'll sit for the rest of the game. 1:23 on the clock. Shots are 22-13 in favor of CC. CC's had their fair share of penalties today. I would imagine that Eagan will pull their goaltender and go 6-on-4. Maybe see what happens on the draw. I don't know. Minute 30 on the penalty, 1:23 on the clock. So Johnson will spend the rest of the game in the box. Point shot comes in, wide right. Wibstad backhands it out to the Eagan defender, and Kobeck has a breakaway. Short-handed chance for Kobeck. Kobeck in. Oh, he's robbed by the right pad of the Eagan goaltender. Under a minute to go here. That was a heck of a save. Nice move by Kobeck. Couldn't get it past him. Eagan with it. Centering pass. We got more equipment. I think that might be Baguski's neck guard again. Might need to check the Velcro. There goes Zermatka, turns on the Jets, brings it into the Eagan end, rips one off the blocker. Loose puck out front. Eagan gets the rebound, clears it. This is Eagan through mid-ice. Eagan, top of the circle, poked at by Baguski. 16 seconds to go. Loose puck in the slot. 10 seconds to go. Off the side of the net. Baguski, there's a loose puck there. Lano after it. That's going to do it, folks. 6-3 is the final. Nice game for CC. Fun rink to play in. Thanks for joining us on your Tuesday. I think the next match, I don't know, either Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. We will see you at the next outing. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.